Well, that's just a cool reflection. So, starting from the left, bunch of OSB, some house wrap, siding, more siding. It's about 7 o'clock and about 95 degrees still. Thought I'd try to go fancy. I'm not the carpenter my brother is. I don't know if that even shows up. Anyway, the siding has vertical stripes in it, so on the top part I got them to align with the pitch of the roof. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, we're getting closer. So I started one panel. This is 4x8 siding panel. So it's, one piece. That's pretty awesome. It's a lot faster way to go. And it's easier to handle by yourself. They also had some stuff that was 16 feet long, and I'm like, yeah, what the hell am I going to do with that? I can't work with that. Plus, that's half the house. Anyway, I'll tell you what, I'm going to plan this out better. Tomorrow, I'm going to start on the other end, because that's where the shade is in the morning. This feels so good on this side. So, this side is done. I started on the corner just to be able to overlap from this over the corner, and then I'll fix it with trim later. All right, and then looking into the sun, we've got it back to, I think, about 12 feet from the end. And it started getting tired and hot and stuff. Yeah, that sure goes fast. So tomorrow, picking up stuff as I go here. Tomorrow I'm going to start on this because I still got to close in the top and do a little more house wrap on this end. So we'll close the top and then do the siding on here because we'll be in the shade, and then we'll duck over to that side for 3 pieces and a little bit. It's actually just a little bit past 3 pieces. And then we do this side, which will go really fast, and it's also mostly in the shade. So that'll be nice. It's a little bit crowded, ducking. The trash cans can come out of there pretty easy, but it just feels tight on this side. You got actually 4 feet. It's enough room to work, but it's a little tight. So when that's done, back to the east end. Then the next step is putting the door and windows in. And then the step after that, put all my stuff over here. Door, windows, then I get to close up this hole. Which I'm looking at the materials I have left, and I'll probably make a door out of the plywood that's there. I've got 2 sheets of less than 1/2 inch plywood. I think it's 3 plies, but I don't think it's 1/2 inch. It's pretty flexible. What I'm thinking, if I have, anything left over on this siding, which was about $25 a sheet, I want to use on the shop. I don't think I have enough to do the shop. I'm pretty sure I don't. I rounded it up as much as I could afford, and that was kind of how much I got. So I've got 1.5 sheets of OSB there. I've got some of this, and I've got 1/2 inch plywood, and I've got a few studs left. I actually thought I'd have more left over, but I guess I got pretty close when I did the budgeting. So I do have some hinges. I'm torn right now on what to do with the door. One idea I'd like to do is one of those ones with the like a barn style door where you get like the pipe across looking from the outside and the rollers, and you just kind of roll the door open, and so it hangs from the pipe. I think that would be a fun project to do. I don't have any of the stuff to do that right now, and I need to close up that hole. So I know I can do something with hinges, and if I use the plywood and maybe some of that for the outer skin, it'll look nice, and it should be fairly light. If I do the OSB, it'll be heavy, and it'll probably rip the hinges out. So I'm kind of leaning towards that and plywood. Yeah. Other possibility is just take the plywood and basically screw it over the hole and close up the hole for now, and then see what happens. Oh, that's kind of cool. Got sun shining through that hole up there. Yeah, it's coming. The next problem to solve, and this is kind of again, because I'm running out of materials, I need to close up all that daylight at the top. That's for my soffit and fascia and vents and stuff. Oh, speaking of vents, these vents are completely closed off now. And then I do have a bunch of screen, so I got to figure out a plan and then drill holes and staple the screen up there. And then later on I'll have some kind of a mechanism to open and close it from down here so I don't have to crawl up there to do it. Yeah. Oh, and the last part of that will be up here on both sides is the vents for, I guess, the gable. So when it's a windy day, air will blow through here, suck up through those ceiling vents and draw air from the outside and just pull it up and out and blow out the other end. Get a little wind tunnel in here. Should take care of any extra hot air with it though. But for now, it's nice and cool in here because I'm in the shade and I got a little bit of breeze going through here. It's wonderful. So that's that. Today is, I was going to look and I forgot, June 24th, 2019. So we've got siding just about half done and the rest will go really fast. You know, going around doors and windows was really slow. And it took me a while to figure out, first of all, what did I want to do with this? And then how to do it. You know, it was like, yeah, so we're getting there. I've got a bunch of offcuts for the siding. This stuff, it's like plywood. It's really thin plywood. And they got, oh, there you go. Now you can see that little pattern. It's rough cut on the face. And then they cut this kind of line in it, and that's every 4 inches. Makes it look kind of cool. So any of the offcuts like that I save are going to get cut on the table saw for trim. So when I get the door and the windows in, that will be trim that I can then go over all the flashing for the doors and stuff like that. Yeah. That's about it, I guess. Let's see. I can't see myself when I do this, so this could be frightening. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next update. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Appreciate it if you give me a big old cheesy thumbs up, and what's the other one? Notify, you know, so that you can actually know when something happens. Things happen. Cool. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. Shade is good. I'm telling you, you go out in the desert, you need shade and a fan. Anything else is kind of optional. All right, later on.